What is up, guys? MYK31 here, Madden 18. I'm going to discuss pass rush moves. Well, when you actually do get pass rush moves. These clips are all from online CFM games with my Jets, using the Jags and also the Texans. And it's a mix of, some of them are when pass rush is on aggressive, some of them went on balanced. And with this game, we know that pass rush wins. It's all a dice roll affair. Even when you have your pass rush on aggressive, all aggressive is really doing is eliminating or I shouldn't say eliminating, but reducing the initial pitter patter and getting a strong get off. As you see the ends here, I actually like the way the ends in this game get off the line and head upfield, and then try to bend the hoop, so to speak. Defensive tackles, I'll go into that a little bit, but you see here with the Jags here, I have Dante Fowler and Yannick Ngakoue getting upfield, and they do a nice job of bending. They maintain their outside leverage. The quarterback's not going to be able to get around them as athletic as they are, so he's forced to step up. And you're going to see here I have Calais Campbell and Malik Jackson inside at defensive tackle. Malik Jackson is playing the 3 technique spot. He's one-on-one. He gets a swim move. He's able to mop up. So the ends I like when they engage and get upfield. But as you see there, the defensive tackles, I'm not in love with the fact that they don't get a strong get off like the ends do, and instead they kind of engage, and then it's up to their move set to win the day if they get a dice roll to get a win. Here you see here, I think that's Calais Campbell again. Great job of bending. He rips inside with his inside arm, and he's able to get the sack there. But again, you see the ends get up. The defensive tackles not quite as strong. Here I bring a zone blitz, and everyone's releasing the pattern, so it's guaranteed one-on-one, 5-on-5. And with the guys I have here, as highly rated as they are between Ngakoue, Fowler, and Calais Campbell, there's just not a lot of offensive lines in online CFM that can handle them on a consistent basis. But when you lose the dice rolls, even when you have the matchup advantage, you get the 5 million years as a throw. What we need is more active engagement, especially with the interior line. Here, that's Malik Jackson. And again, he gets a one-on-one matchup. He wins his matchup by throwing his offensive lineman that's trying to block him to the side and gets the sack. So the move sets are there, but especially along the interior, we need more of a jolt to get that pocket pushed back. Because one of the reasons why containing isn't as effective as it should be is because it's easy for the quarterback to just find an alley between the defensive tackles and go, because they're not getting that strong jolt when they're in situations where it's time to tee off and get upfield. Here my opponent just chooses the wrong lane to try to step up and scramble, and if he went to the other side where my other defensive tackle is doubled, he probably gets a couple of yards. Another clip here. Texans, J.J. Watt in the 3 technique spot. I have Merciless and Clowney, and Watt is just so good. His ratings are so high. He hits that, insta-win threshold. Great swim move there, but Watt is so strong and so quick. I want to see him, get upfield and explode rather than engage, stop, then the move kicks in. And here again, the guard and the tackle double team the ends, and Watt is one-on-one against the center, and just no chance. He spins off of him and gets the sack. And in this particular season, Watt, Clowney, Merciless all had 20 sacks. So the sack numbers you can get, it's just, you got to get those situations where the dice rolls play out. Here, Merciless again. He chops with his inside arm, and again, he's at that 91 and above where he has a chance for the insta-win. And that's the problem. You're either getting the insta-win, or you're getting situations where if you don't send, 6, 7 people, you're covering for far too long. And with the way these deep zones play and how passive they are, they're going to break down. That's why I say in Madden, it's easier to defend 3rd and 5, 4th and 5 than it is 3rd and 4th and 20. Because again, if you just use a base rush in those situations and the AI does not give you the dice roll, there's a pretty good shot that someone's getting open down the field because a seam flat breaks down or a deep defending safety doesn't close on a post or seam route. And I know why this happens, and I know why the game plays this way, and so do you. And you got really good pass rushers bearing down on you. But what happened? That was too hard for people. People complained. As a matter of fact, Clint did a tweet earlier this year when someone was complaining about what they did to the pass rush. And I remember Clint tweeting, "We gave it to you last year, and you guys blew back on it. And those are the things I just really get frustrated in seeing, both from the dev side and the community side. From the dev side, I want them to stick with their guns more. And from the community side, gotta be able to man up and deal with it. Simple as that. If you're truly a good player, if you truly consider yourself a quality player, you'll adapt and overcome. And if you're not, and if you refuse to do so, or if you can't, you won't. You'll lose. You see Watt here, spin moving again. And again, I love everything but the initial get off. I think this is actually a better one than the previous ones. You see Watt actually pushed the guard a little bit before engaging in his move. And you see Merciless here bullying the offensive lineman into the quarterback's lap. That is great. That's what I want to see more of, as far as that pocket being a place where you shouldn't feel comfortable holding the ball for very long and doing what my opponent is doing here. Drifting back, back, back. That's the worst thing you can do. And here my opponent's slide protected to the right. I had Watt again at the 3 technique spot, and my opponent was getting sick of him just blitzkrieging through his lines, so he slide protected to the right, got the double team on him there, but, you know, I got 2 other guys who are really good. That's going to leave someone still one-on-one if he does not leave that back end to block, and Merciless mops up. There needs to be more severe consequences for not taking into account your matchups along your offensive line versus a pass rush. And here, Clowney's going to get the instant win. That just happens way too fast for the back to be able to do anything about it. And, you know, I get the sack. I get for a video game you got to slow things down, because I can promise you, if this game moved anywhere near the speed that it did all across the field as a real-life game, it'd be unplayable for virtually everybody. We got to be able to meet somewhere in the middle somehow. Get better line stunts so the defensive lineman on the interior can get more active, and speed up the thought process for the user. So if you build a team this way with a dominant 4-man rush, you can get the satisfaction of seeing it play out if you execute your defensive scheme well. So I'll leave you guys at that. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Talk to you all later. Peace.